Welcome to the World Wire Update. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for more updates and thrilling short scenes. Hungary, long the EU's rebellious member, has just made a historic move. It's joined the BRICS bloc, aligning itself with Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This decision marks a significant shift in Hungary's foreign policy, one that could have far-reaching implications for its relationship with the European Union and the global geopolitical landscape. This isn't just a diplomatic shift, it's a direct challenge to Europe's post-Cold War order. By joining BRICS, Hungary is signaling its desire to diversify its alliances and reduce its dependency on the European Union. Prime Minister Viktor Orbán's government is signaling a break from Brussels, betting that Hungary's future lies with the rising powers of the East. Orbán has long been a critic of the EU's policies, and this move is a bold statement of his intent to chart a new course for Hungary. For years, Hungary has questioned the EU's direction, but joining BRICS is a bold declaration of independence. This move is seen as a way for Hungary to assert its sovereignty and pursue its own national interests, free from the constraints of EU regulations. The move has shocked European capitals, raising tough questions about unity and the future of the EU. European leaders are now faced with the challenge of addressing this unprecedented situation and its potential impact on the cohesion of the Union. Hungary is now the first EU member to join BRICS, creating a legal and political paradox at the heart of Europe. This unprecedented step has sparked debates about the legal ramifications and the future of Hungary's role within the EU. Budapest hopes to become a bridge between Europe and Asia, attracting investment and securing energy in a changing world. By aligning with BRICS, Hungary aims to open new economic opportunities and strengthen its position on the global stage. Whether this gamble pays off or leads to isolation is now Europe's most pressing question. The coming years will reveal whether Hungary's pivot to the east will bring prosperity and influence or result in increased tensions and challenges within the European Union. To truly grasp the significance of Hungary's leap, it's important to understand what BRICS has evolved into over the past decade. This is not just a story about one country joining a club, it's about a seismic shift in the global balance of power. BRICS, which once started as a simple acronym for a handful of emerging markets, has transformed into a formidable coalition. Today, it stands as a direct challenge to the long-standing dominance of Western institutions like the G7 and the IMF. The group's influence is growing, and its ambitions are clear. With members now spanning multiple continents, BRICS represents not only a massive share of the world's population, but also a significant portion of global economic output. Together, these nations account for over 40% of the world's people and nearly a third of global GDP, making their collective voice impossible to ignore. The group's mission is ambitious: to build a genuine alternative to the Western-led system. This means creating their own financial institutions, like the new development bank, and pushing for a multipolar world where no single bloc holds all the cards. They want to rewrite the rules of global finance and diplomacy. This vision resonates deeply with countries that have long felt sidelined or marginalized by the current global order. For many in the global south, BRICS offers a chance to have their voices heard and their interests represented on the world stage. Despite internal differences in politics, economies, and cultures, BRICS members are united by a shared desire for greater autonomy. They believe that global power is shifting eastward, and they want to be at the forefront of this transformation. Hungary's entry into BRICS is a major endorsement of this vision. It's a sign that the group's appeal now stretches deep into the heart of Europe, reaching countries that were once firmly aligned with the West. This move gives BRICS new legitimacy and momentum. It signals to the world that the desire for a multipolar order is not just a dream of the developing world. It's an idea that's spreading even to the West. The bloc is no longer just an economic curiosity or a talking point for analysts. BRICS is now a force actively reshaping global geopolitics, and its influence is only set to grow in the years ahead. Why would Hungary, a major EU beneficiary, pivot to BRICS? The answer lies in a mix of history, economics, and ideology. Orbán's Eastern opening strategy aims to reduce Western dependence and assert national sovereignty. Budapest sees EU directives as overreach, and joining BRICS is a defiant move to reclaim independence. Hungary wants access to fast-growing BRICS markets and investment, seeing more promise in the East than in a stagnant Europe. Ideologically, Hungary finds common ground with BRICS members who share skepticism toward Western liberalism and favor conservative values. Hungary's relationship with the European Union has been rocky for years, marked by frequent disputes and growing mistrust, especially when it comes to Russia. While Hungary joined the EU in 2004, hoping for economic growth and political stability, its path has diverged sharply from Brussels in recent years. After Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the EU responded with tough sanctions, aiming to isolate Moscow and pressure it to end the war. But Hungary stood apart, resisting these measures and arguing that its deep energy ties to Russia made such sanctions unsustainable. Budapest insists that cutting off Russian oil and gas would devastate its economy, threatening jobs and energy security for millions of Hungarians. Instead of following the EU's lead, Hungary has doubled down on energy deals with Moscow, signing new agreements and securing long-term supplies. But the rift between Hungary and the EU goes far beyond energy policy. They clash over fundamental issues like the rule of law, democratic backsliding, and the EU's decision to withhold billions in funding over concerns about corruption and judicial independence. Budapest accuses Brussels of political blackmail, claiming the EU uses financial leverage to force Hungary into line. Meanwhile, EU officials argue that Hungary is undermining the bloc's core values and setting a dangerous precedent for other member states. The tensions don't stop there. Hungary has also blocked Ukraine's EU ambitions, citing concerns over the rights of the Hungarian minority in Ukraine. But critics say this is just another tactic to stall Kyiv's progress and frustrate Brussels' efforts to support Ukraine. This ongoing obstruction has cemented Hungary's reputation as the EU's most unpredictable and often most difficult partner, leaving other member states exasperated and uncertain about the future of European unity. As the standoff continues, the relationship between Hungary and Brussels remains deeply fractured, with no easy resolution in sight. As Hungary drifts from the west, it's forging closer ties with Russia and China. Russian partnership is most visible in the PAX-2 nuclear plant, locking Hungary into Moscow's energy orbit. Meanwhile, Hungary has welcomed Chinese investment, making itself Beijing's key EU partner. The Budapest-Belgrade Railway, funded by China, is a flagship Belt and Road project. Chinese firms are building factories and 5G networks in Hungary, even as the West shuns them. For Budapest, Russia is an energy lifeline. China is a source of growth and capital, with fewer strings attached. These alliances give Hungary leverage in Europe and position it as a gateway between East and West. It's a calculated strategy to turn Hungary's geography into geopolitical strength. Hungary's controversial sovereignty protection law is central to its new direction. The law creates a powerful office to investigate foreign-funded groups, aiming to keep Hungarian politics free from outside influence. Critics say it's a tool to silence dissent and intimidate civil society, threatening free speech and democracy. The EU has condemned the law, calling it a violation of European values and launching legal action. Budapest insists it's defending democracy from foreign meddling, especially from liberal NGOs. The law has become another flashpoint in Hungary's standoff with Brussels. Hungary's BRICS move is a direct challenge to Europe's future. It forces the EU to confront deep divisions between federalists and nationalists, integration and fragmentation. The bloc must now decide, accommodate Hungary, or risk a messy split. Every EU decision is now complicated by a member aligned with Russia and China. Globally, Hungary's pivot signals the West's waning pull and may inspire others to hedge their bets. The story of Hungary and BRICS is about shifting power and the end of Western monopoly. Europe faces a new kind of division, one of interests and loyalties, not iron curtains.